This is Radio Takeover, Brevard's hit talk radio program with Karen Wooden and Chuck Fresh. Wednesdays at 1, live on 1510 WMEL, 94.7 FM Cocoa, 99.9 FM Cocoa, 100.7 in Melbourne. Streaming online on SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. Now, hold on to your seats. It's time for this week's edition of Radio Takeover.
Hi. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Radio Takeover. I think we're on the air. It's always a surprise here.
3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but...
So we'll just talk. Hey, Chuck, how's it going?
Good. Welcome back from vacation, Karen Wood. It's so good to see you here.
Thank you.
Although Rob Cahill did a heck of a job last week. Did you tune in? Were you able to listen?
I did. I was texting you.
From the middle of nowhere? Oh, I had my phone. One of my phones was on.
You were utilizing it.
The other
I
was on.
I just want you both to know I'm listening.
Gotcha.
In case you're going to talk smack, and I'll call right into the station.
We do that. You probably heard that, didn't you?
Sharing the love.
Yeah.
Sharing the love. It was kind of a toss-up, though. Two guys in here, 2 gentlemen, eye candy.
No, it was all
competition
Rob.
was happening last time.
Listen, it was all Rob last week, and now it's back to you. You are officially
the brain,
promoted
you're
to
the
eye
beauty.
candy.
I keep
So
hearing
we
this
have-
candy. Where's this candy at?
We have more eye candy in the
We
studio.
have lots of eye candy here.
We'll tell you about that in a few minutes now. So tell us about your vacation. Where'd you go? What'd you do?
We went to Lake Norman, South Carolina, about 27 minutes on a good day from Charlotte. And
Lake Norman.
Lake Norman. It's
Is
a
it
really
a
big,
big lake?
Huge, massive.
Yeah.
We burned up like a tank of gas and we didn't even get to the other side.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, it was really cool. And that's we threw the kids' grandparents.
Oh.
Well, we threw one of them in
the lake?
Well,
I'm
we
sure
won't
where
talk
you're
about
going.
that. But no, you know those little tubes that you pull behind the boat?
Yeah,
It's like
tubing, right?
70 plus years old.
Oh my
You're
God.
in the tube, bro. That
Nice.
was one of the stipulations if you're going to come on the trip. So, and he did really well. I was really impressed.
Really? Did he nail it and go fast, or you kind of took it easy? Didn't he? Did he tumble over and fall off?
No, we didn't knock him out. We didn't knock him out. But
Did
there's
you do
a lot
that
of
to the
colorful. Yeah, you know, you know. I was like, you remember that time when you didn't do what I told you to do?
Woo! I turned.
If you remember that song from Diva, Whip It.
Yeah, that was
we
it.
were kind of jamming out to that.
Was it good?
Yeah.
So
we were
Lake
good.
Norman. So you guys rented a house up that way?
Yeah, we rented a house for
One of those
2
super
weeks.
big houses that has pool tables and a swimming pool and a gym and
Yeah, exactly.
servants,
That's
butler.
exactly what we did.
is there a restaurant built
Yeah.
in the lower level? Tell us about your house. What'd you have?
No, it was a really nice house. It was a 1-story house, and not too much on a cliff. A lot of stairs though, and it had a jacuzzi and a pool table in there in the loft.
All windows looking out to the lake?
Everything, yeah, it was
Nice.
great. It was awesome. I almost didn't come back. I'm sorry.
Were you on the sunset side?
Yes, of course, of course.
I understand Michael Jordan has a place up there. Is
He
that true?
does. He does.
Were you able to find that? How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Yeah.
He wouldn't come on the show.
You know,
It kind of, when we pulled into his dock, there was a little bit of an issue.
security. Hey, can't park here. Nice.
I'm just looking at his briefs. That's all.
Yeah. He wants you to look at his brief. That's how he makes money.
Yeah.
But we learned some things when we were in South Carolina. If people aren't moving fast enough, if the food has a different flavor to it, it's all a Southern thing. So we're going to start coining that now when something
Really?
goes wrong.
Go ahead and say it
Or
in a
whatever.
Southern accent.
It's a Southern thing.
Did you start
I
talk
can't
like
say
this
that.
when you were up there?
Y'all, what y'all doing?
Of course not.
You didn't? You just didn't do that little drawl, try to fit
Yeah,
in?
I did.
And like
I did.
everybody else, just
Did
kind of like, I
They tell
belong
you they
here.
got to trim the bushes.
You got to trim them bushes back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go down
I lived
to
in
the
Kentucky.
creek.
So you really fell into the whole Southern thing, didn't you?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. So,
Is it possible that Radio Takeover may start doing its broadcast weekly from Lake
I'm
Norman?
thinking so. We were talking about that on the lake. I picked out you a house, picked us out a house.
That's it. We'll be
Close,
neighborhood.
but not too close.
Can we get a little cul-de-sac going on?
Yeah, yeah. Karen's Cove.
I know a
Karen's
landscaper.
Sweet Cove. Pirates always welcome.
So, listen,
Anyway.
we won, while you were gone, we picked up another award.
See what happens when I leave? Good things.
No. It's because of the things that you've done. So
Yes.
congratulations to
Well,
you.
thank you. It's the things that we do together.
That rocks.
We are a team.
You won the best talk show in Brevard County from Brevard's Best Businesses. So thank you very much for that, along with
Nice.
our other awards.
Yeah.
So we're multi-award winning now.
I think we need to go for triple.
That's probably in the future, right? Yeah.
Anyone's listening?
But it's largely...
Awards welcome.
Awards welcome.
Largely...
Why did I know I was going to walk into that?
Largely, they're awards as a result of what you've done. Some of the guests that you brought here.
What we've done together.
Jeremy Holm from House of Cards.
Sal Valentinetti.
Sal Valentinetti. Who else have you brought on here?
Oh, gosh. We have
A
Bret
list
in the studio.
that's a mile long. Musicians. Anya and the Dreamers.
Filmmakers.
Filmmakers. Robert Scott.
Scott Finster from Face
Scott Finster.
Love him.
Cosplayers. Unbelievable amount of people that you have booked. So I have to give you this.
Oh, thank you.
Here's another award for Karen Wooden. Not for the show, but for you. And
a lot of wonderful people from the community who do awesome things for charity.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're the real stars of the show.
They really are.
Yeah.
The stars of the community, as a matter of fact. So now, 2 awards. So I'm proud of us.
Yes.
Nice.
We're ready to go 5 days a week on satellite.
Yeah.
We're not signed yet. We're still working through the negotiations. You know how
Yeah, it's all that red tape.
Yeah, that's none of the business.
Karen, before we forget,
Yes.
and sorry to interrupt you, what are we drinking today? This is it's like Welch's grape juice.
It is.
What is this?
Well, because it's summertime, we wanted to do something different, so we came up with a new concoction, and it's a wine spritzer, and it is Sprite mixed with Apothic Red. And you can get that at the grocery store.
No, wait. This is what kind of? It's just a regular red wine. What is this? It's not a port.
I can't talk. I need to drink more.
Drink more.
It's just a plain. It's just an ordinary red.
Just a red.
I'm sure the company
mix.
wouldn't appreciate me saying that, but
it's a wonderful red.
it's a wonderful red.
Aromatic.
Mix it with some Sprite, put some ice in there, and
it's really, really good. Like how much
refreshing.
Sprite is in here compared to
half
wine?
and half.
Half and half.
Half and half. Yep.
It's not as powerful as I'd hoped it would be.
I
I'd have to drink twice as much.
I could fix that.
Apothic, it's called Apothic, right?
Apothic Red.
Can we find that from Kevin Nye, the wine guy?
You can get that anywhere. Grocery store. Publix.
How is Kevin? Have you spoken to him or not?
You know, I've been gone too long.
Oh.
I've been gone too long.
Is he calling, seeing if you're okay?
Yes. Yes. They haven't sent out a search party yet.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, what were you going to say before I cut you off?
Oh, no, you didn't cut me off. I was just going to mention some things coming up this weekend.
What do we got?
We have got, I have to put my glasses on so I can read. Coming up this weekend is Icon 3, which is the Independent Creator Connection.
Yes.
They have workshops and vendors, and it's all about the story, the art, and the creation.
Is that a Jake Estrada, David Grace convention? I'm sure they'll be there.
They are going to be there.
Okay.
Heard of that? And that is this Saturday, July 1st from 10 to 6 at the Space Coast Convention Center. Tickets are only $5.
Nice.
Wow.
And I think if you search on Facebook, I believe somebody might even be giving those away for free.
What?
I know, right?
That's this Saturday at the intersection of 520 and 95, right in that Holiday Inn there, right?
And you can get tickets at Eventbrite as well.
Love it, love it.
And then also coming up July 29th is one of our favorite events. It's the Fashion Night Out 2017 with Runway in Paris. And that is 6 to 9 p.m. at O'Galley Civic Center with Mr. Michael Emmanuel Couture.
Michael Emmanuel Couture, yes, the
And
latest in fashions right here.
Malak is going to be hosting it.
Will she be modeling also?
You know what? She might be. She might be.
Excellent.
Malak's a wonderful person. She does amazing things for our community as well.
Absolutely.
And you can get tickets and learn more about it at www.michaelemmanuelcouture.com.
That's right, there's VIP tickets available, limited number.
We have some.
Yeah, we do.
Cool.
Yeah. They're not expensive either.
No,
it's well
they're
worth
not.
it too. Early admission, really good seats.
I have to get a hold of my agent. Where's my VIP tickets?
Yeah, you better call your people. Have your
Have your people call.
We've got people to call here.
And let's see what else. So, really cool news coming up on Radio Takeover. Next week, join us July 5th from 1 to 2. We actually have a very special guest on that day as well. Preacher Lawson.
From America's Got Talent?
From America's Got Talent.
Wow. I don't know how she does it, but she manages to get the upper echelon of entertainment on this show.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
It's really cool, and it was we taped the interview due to his schedule.
He's hilarious.
And he's funny, and he's a really nice guy, so we were really fortunate to have him. And we are the only radio show in the entire state of Florida to have an interview with Preacher.
That's what I'm talking about. Boom! Don't try.
That's how you win awards.
That's
folks.
exclusive there.
Yeah.
That is how it's
And
done.
what's really neat about Radio Takeover is we're actually a radio broadcast, Karen.
I know. There's
Like
a lot
we're not
of
that little
others.
internet. We're internet streaming. That's all we do. We're like 2 people listening to us. We're broadcasting 50,000 watts on 1510 AM, 3 FM frequencies, and we're all over Central Florida. So boom!
There it is.
Nothing but a good time.
See?
We're gonna have to have this guy sing.
I know,
You
right?
can't see him, but we're throwing
just
little
wait.
hints out. He's coming up in a couple seconds, so stay
Well, if you
tuned.
guys are checking out Facebook Live, you can
What?
already know who we
They're
have.
cheating!
Right?
Wow.
We also are continuing the Summer of Sounds,
That's right.
which Chuck did for us.
I
Yay.
talked to someone today. I can't give it away,
Uh-oh.
but someone you told me to give a call to last night was very receptive and is probably
Right on.
coming on in August.
I'm excited.
Mhm.
In the meantime, Johnny Danger is coming up July 12th, and Weep is going to be here July 26th.
He rocks. He rocks. I
Right.
met him
Johnny Danger?
at Runaway Country.
That's
Sweet.
right. That's it. Have you ever seen Weep?
Yes, I know them
Girl band?
personally. Yeah.
Unbelievable band.
They actually won Bavard Live magazine cover. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yep.
Only the best on the show.
Yeah,
Very
they're awesome.
Very, very
really
talented
nice.
young ladies.
Very
So they're
talented
coming in
young
at the end of the month of July, and
That's right.
we're lining up the August. We'll let you know just as soon as we finalize that. We've got a lot of exciting bands, all local talent.
And
Wow.
we have somebody who's really cool joining us July 19th, Mr. Robert Mafia.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You want to talk about him?
This guy, now I know he has
He's
a
the
name,
guy.
Mafia, and that's really his last name, but he spells it with 2 F's.
Oh, wow.
And he's got a long and storied history. Unbelievable. This guy has worked with some of the biggest celebrity talent in music.
Springsteen.
Wow.
We're
Motley
talking
Crue.
Bon Jovi. He was
Nice.
involved in the whole Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet production. It's,
Nice.
This guy's got some tentacles in the music business, and he's going to
Yes.
talk to us about some of his experiences
Great
in the music
individual.
business.
Oh,
Great guy. He actually introduced us to.
Sal Valentinetti, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
That's right.
So,
So we want to thank him if he's listening right now, Mr. Mafia. I
Mr.
still can't believe his
Mafia.
name's Mafia. And then I was doing some research on Robert Mafia, and there's
Yeah,
another
forget
Robert
about
Mafia
yeah.
who was actually an actor. He's got a
Yeah.
bunch of real credits. He's on 24. He was part of one of those Hoffa.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's a different Robert Mafia. It's like, is this the same guy? He's like, no. It must be an imposter. Speaking about imposters.
Yes.
Oh, never.
Great
Where'd that come from? No, we got the real thing. Ouch! Rude. How long we got?
Oh, we have some time here.
Should we bring him in now? And then,
Sure.
now, Mr. Celebrity Guest.
Yes.
Mystery Celebrity Guest. Do you have a little bit of time? Can you hang out with us till about 2 o'clock this afternoon?
Sure.
Excellent.
Right on.
Let's bring him in now. He's got a lot to talk about.
He does. He really does.
You want to introduce or you want me to do it?
Well, I say go with the.
All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, you ready? You might want to sit down for this. If you're driving, pull over. This is real. This is probably Karen's most amazing celebrity catch yet. So let's bring him in here. Bret Michael Sychak was born March 15th, 1963 in Butler, Pennsylvania. Professionally known as Bret Michaels, he's a singer-songwriter who gained fame as the lead singer of the glam metal band Poison, selling over 50 million records worldwide.
Wow. I can't even imagine.
I can't even comprehend a number that big. He's toured the world and scored some of the finest trim in existence. Whatever that means. Brett has charted
just got that.
6 top 10s. You gotta listen really carefully.
I got it right away.
Brett has charted 6 top 10 singles and a number 1 single. Every rose has its thorn. Maybe we'll get on the sing.
Just like every night
Oh,
has
I
its
just got
own.
chills, ladies and gentlemen. Now he also started the VH1, that's very good. The hit VH1 reality show Rock of Love with Bret Michaels and his sequels. In 2006, Hit Parader, he ranked Michaels as number 1
Wow.
on their list of the greatest heavy metal singers of all time. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's huge. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm radio takeover welcome to Bret Michaels.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, that's not really. You people can see this on Facebook. That's
Yeah.
not really Bret Michaels. Are you kidding? I mean, it really looks like him. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Michael Spooner, ladies and gentlemen, a local Brevard County turned celebrity impersonator. All right, let's give it up for Michael Spooner then. Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in today, man.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Do you dress like that every day?
Just about.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to get ready with this get up in the morning?
Well, not when I do my regular job. But
Yeah.
when I get ready, it takes me a while because
You should do this in your regular job too.
yeah.
So, tell us, who is Michael Spooner? What do you do that makes you famous besides dressing up as Bret Michaels? Tell us the skinny.
Well, the truth is, I'm not really famous.
Yes, you are.
I was born in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, about, I think, a little over 30 miles away from Bret Michaels.
So you admit
in Butler.
you could be his twin.
Yeah.
Separated
Yes.
at birth, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
that's funny. And then I moved to, I was born in Beaver Falls, and I graduated from Eloquippa.
From where?
Pennsylvania. Eloquippa. It's an Indian name.
Ah.
And we're called the Quips. And
Quips.
I lived in West Eloquippa.
Sounds like a gang.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I'm with the
An
Quips.
Indian gang, yeah. And
Don't mess with me, man.
I lived in West Eloquippa, where we called is it used to be in the world's Guinness Book of Records because it was a town that had one way in and one way out, which was a bridge.
Wow.
The steel mill was built around us, just about,
Yeah.
which is not there no more.
We have a question coming in.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. A question from who?
I hope it ain't Bret.
Here.
The problem is
Yeah.
he can't hear you, so we have a...
Yeah.
Oh.
6 minutes. Till
Gary lived up there for many, many years.
oh, wow.
He lived in Cornelius.
Oh, wow.
Coriopolis.
Coriopolis. Yes.
That's a lot.
Sorry
A lot of
about
famous people.
A lot of famous people. Actually, Eloquippa is known for, you're from the Chicago area, which is Mike Dicka.
Mike
He
Ditka.
graduated out of my high school. Ty Law, who played for the New England Patriots.
I just had a flashback here.
I know.
Do you remember the scene in Wayne's World where Alice Cooper comes out and starts talking? I just saw, right?
And
All right, I'll tell you about this.
who else?
about
Ty
it.
Law, Darrell Revis,
You know what I'm talking about?
Sean Gilbert. There's a lot of people that come out of Eloquippa. And like I said, I was born in Beaver Falls, which is Joe Namath. Only ever got their Super Bowl ring in the Jets.
Just keep rubbing it in.
Yeah.
They'll never be the Chicago Bears anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But, yeah, so, like I said, I
His
was...
brother played for the Colts in the Super Bowl. We're talking from Gary.
Oh,
down
wow.
here.
Go ahead.
Super Bowl III.
Super Bowl III. Wow.
Michael, you should be on Gary's show.
Yeah, she did a great job.
He's got his own show 5 days a week, I think. But
Very passionate about his hometown.
yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Well, that's really cool, Gary.
All right, how many minutes do we...
Back to you, Brett.
So-
Gary, how many minutes do we have to break?
No, that's Michael.
I know.
Rocking with Michael.
Wait, Bret Michaels, Michael Spooner, Bret
See?
Spooner.
Yeah,
You
Brett
know
Spooner.
what? I think
Wow!
Actually,
I think he's
A's
just
in the
in
Park.
disguise.
A's in the Park actually misspelled my name. They gave me a new name.
What do they call you?
Yeah, what do they call you?
They had it as Bert Michaels,
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm
Bert Michaels.
which my good
That was the
friend
Sesame
John
Street version.
Crosby, my good friend John Crosby, which used to play for Motley Crue.
Right on.
And he goes, everybody, this is not my good friend, Bret Michaels. This is my new friend, Bert Michaels.
Hey, Bert.
His twin brother.
Sounds like a game show host.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Hey, I'm Bert Michaels. Welcome to $10,000 Pyramid.
And I met them on, actually, John Corabi and also Ron Kill on Victory Casino, which I go on a lot.
Ah. Is a
My
gambler
friend.
or a performer?
Actually, performer, I don't gamble that well. I always lose my money.
Me too.
But my
It's
friend...
rigged.
My friend...
That's right.
Nah, actually, I don't know. Pete Lynch, my good friend, actually always has me on a boat. He always takes care of me. Great guy. Does a lot of charitable work.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Promoter for
Yeah, he's a promoter for Victory Casino,
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
which he does the Hearts Reality over in Celebration, which I will go this year, and who's going to be there?
We'll think about that. We'll come back to that. So you go dressed up on when you go on the Victory Casino? You
Yes,
go dressed
I
up
actually did.
cool.
Actually met.
Sign autographs, take pictures.
I take pictures. I really don't
Yeah.
sign nothing. If I do, I write Mikey Spooner. That's what my family calls me, Mikey.
Yeah, that's it, man. Hey, it's your fame, man.
But I enjoy going on the boat and meeting all the celebrities and stuff. I give my hats and personal things away to the people there.
I understand you gave your rings away. We'll talk about that after.
You got
the break.
it.
That is a wonderful story.
Yes.
I think we've got a couple of minutes left here. So, you owned a landscaping company for a few years, and you worked at a college. So, what are you doing now?
Well, I still work at the college.
Which college?
I really don't want to mention it.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't talk to them about it. It's local.
Are you a teacher or?
No, I work on the grounds department.
Okay.
Been doing it for about 6 years. I had my own business for about 12 years. I re-landscaped the Nissan in Melbourne.
Oh, wow.
I used to take care of all the properties, just about almost that whole horseshoe up where downtown produce is off of off Ellis.
Yeah, sure.
It's Distribution Drive.
That's cool.
So, yeah, I did a lot of landscaping and had a lot of lawns.
Yeah.
I did a lot of lawn service for a lot of people around here.
So, how do you become Bret Michaels? Somebody tell you, hey man, you kind of look like Bret Michaels. You should dress up as him. Is that kind of how it went down?
Well, actually,
do you remember the first time that you did it?
Actually, the first time I did it, well, actually, where it all started was I was doing the lawn service, and at the time, my wife was when I was married says her sister's birthday's around Halloween.
Okay.
So she's like, we're going to go out to eat. So I'm like, all right. So technically, I always dress like a rocker.
Right on.
So it was actually the first time I really started wearing a bandana. And I was working, got a shower. So I just threw a bandana, threw my hair through the outside of it, the back of it. And so they sat us down at the table. And then the lady come back and goes, hey, can we get a photo of you? And I'm like, why? And she's like, we're having this Halloween thing, and so far you're winning it because you're dressed up like Bret Michaels. And I said,
Who?
I'm not dressed up like Bret Michaels.
Wow.
She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, and that's your hair? And I go, yes, ma'am, it's my hair. And so I took the photo with them, and I got a lot of hits on it, just to say that.
Listen, hold that thought for a minute. We got to take a break here.
You got it.
My name is Chuck Fresh, along with Karen Wooden. Michael Spooner is our guest. The real Bret Michaels is here, ladies.
I think so. I think this is all just
So stick around till after the break. You'll stick around with us for the second half?
Sure, no problem.
Great. We have a lot to talk about, some of the charity stuff you do, and some amazing stuff that you've done over the past couple of weeks. This is Radio Takeover every Wednesday on 1510 WMAL, live on radiotakeover.rocks. Stick around. We'll be back right after these words.
Whenever I am on the Space Coast, I always make time in my schedule to listen to Radio Takeover with Karen Wooden and Chuck Fresh. Stand by. They'll be back for another half hour after these messages.
Brevard Marketing and their team of marketing geniuses will definitely get your message heard loud and clear.
Marketing isn't rocket science, but it isn't for losers either. When you're ready to turn up the heat, call Brevard Marketing.
Things are about to get real. Visit www.brevardmarketing.com for more. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Karen Wooden and Chuck Fresh with Radio Takeover, WMEL's hit radio talk show program. Heard every Wednesday on fine radio stations like this.
Welcome back to Radio Takeover. It's a mess in here. I'm going to run over and close the door. It's a little warm in here. I'm schwitzing.
That's just because you're the eye candy.
No, you're the eye. No.
I still look for this candy. I keep hearing about it. I don't see it.
Oh, right.
Chuck Fresh,
It's all
along with
about the
Karen
candy.
Wooden. Our guest today is Michael Spooner. He's a very charitable dude.
He is.
Very, very charitable.
I think to me it's like almost every weekend you were doing something. You were always helping somebody.
I love doing that.
But here's the big question: can you sing like Bret Michaels?
No.
Come on, you did a little bit.
No, at the beginning of the show you did pretty good.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's go back a second now. You told us before we started the show that you used to be a break dancer in the 1980s.
Yep.
Now tell us about
ice,
that.
Ice, baby.
Now, did you do it professionally, competitively, just
Yes,
on
I
the
did.
streets?
I
Really?
did.
Really?
Yes.
Did you have a piece of cardboard you walked around with?
Cardboard in my boombox?
Yeah. Where was this?
In Pittsburgh.
Are there
Oh.
any videos of that? No, we
Might
didn't-
be. Might be.
Maybe?
Actually, I used to dance at a lot of weddings.
Really?
Yes, people, when I was a kid, because I always loved to dance, I used to start to dance like Elvis and then Michael Jackson and,
Wow.
you know, and watch a lot of Soul Train and stuff.
Really?
And,
He's
yeah.
a little bit of everything.
Do you still do that? You still break dance?
No, I call it Breaking Bret. It ain't happening. Actually, I still can move my feet pretty good and my arms, not my neck so well because I was in 2 car accidents. And
Oh,
so,
boy.
yeah, I got to be careful.
Yeah.
My body's like, yeah, we can do it. Or no, my head's like, yeah, we can do it. My body's like, no,
Nah.
no, we can't.
What was your favorite song to break to?
Actually, it was Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
Wow.
And then also was Cool and Gang.
What song?
You dropped the bomb on me. You dropped the bomb on me.
I can see it
Yeah,
now.
you did.
I know.
Yeah, I used to actually roller skate. And
What?
and I used to break dance roller skating.
Oh,
my
man.
gosh.
Do
You
flips.
rock.
Do
Accident
flips
waiting
and
to
stuff.
happen.
Yeah.
There's something Bret
Yeah.
Michaels can't do.
Yeah, roller skating.
So you're probably a whole lot more fun to watch on stage than Bret
Could you
Michaels.
imagine?
Oh, yeah, because I'm the
roller
funny
skating?
one.
They should do it together. They should kind of off and on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might
You
make
could
Bret
have
look
Bret
bad, though.
just sing backstage.
Yeah.
And you could just sit in a chair, chill out, and you just go up there and just.
Well,
That's a win-win.
my friend, my friend Tony, I know I'm not going to get his last name right, but he's a Gene Simmons impersonator, and he actually was. Bret came to Orlando, and actually Bret invited Gene up, Tony, and everybody's like, "Why didn't Bret invite you up?" I'm like, "Well, it doesn't look too good when there's 2 Bret Michaels on one stage,
yeah.
and I wouldn't do that
Little
anyways."
competition.
No, well, it's not competition. It's just
Yeah,
it's
it's
respectful, you know,
No, it's true.
of him. You know, he's the artist, and
Right.
I'm just the fake guy.
Tell us about meeting Bret Michaels.
When I met Bret, actually, he actually came to Melbourne.
Okay.
I think it's about over 2 years ago at the King Center. And actually, my friend Mike Alco, who is Alco's concerts,
Okay.
he actually brought Bret. And so I told him, I said, "Hey, I'll help you out with it." And he said, "Okay, I appreciate it." I went around and I was delivering posters of Bret Michaels.
Oh,
I
wow.
also had him on my
Dressed as
car.
Bret Michaels?
I also had a big poster on my car riding around as Bret Michaels and doing it. And so, anyways, he ended up giving me 2 tickets, and I ended up giving them away to a charity. Actually,
wow.
I can't remember the girl's name, but it was the Melbourne Orchard, whatever, and she became paralyzed. So I gave 2 tickets away there.
Wow.
And also, my neighbor, who actually knew my father, it's a funny story. We met and stuff, and he ended up knowing my dad, so he actually does paintings, and so he made a plaque about my father, honoring my dad, on the back of it, and he has Bret Michaels, you rock Melbourne again, and I ended up giving it to Mike and gave it to Bret.
Yeah.
And Bret also signed 2 cowboy hats, one for the toy run in Space Coast Harley Davidson,
Nice.
and also for the toy run that used, well, they did it, the actual ride at the Landfill Saloon. And so he did that for me, honor my dad, which I appreciate Bret doing that all the time. He's a really cool guy. And also I told him or actually didn't tell him because I didn't meet him. I didn't want to meet him because, you know, he's Bret and I don't like to really bother the artists.
Yeah.
And so I told his manager at the time, I said, "Just to let you know, yes, I gave tickets away and I'm here for the, you know, what I'd done and stuff for helping out with the concert and that."
Right.
I said, "I will not take any photos while Bret's here."
Okay.
Because his meet and greet is what he gives to his charities.
Right.
And actually in Leesburg, after I, you know, met Bret, I actually gave Bret's guys, his band, a couple of things of mine. That one, his mom died of breast cancer. So I actually had a wristband that had for breast cancer, a lot of events I did, so I ended up giving it to him. But anyways, I meet Bret in Leesburg at the second time, and I actually brought a guitar and a cowboy hat, and something really personal of mine. I don't want to talk about what exactly it is.
You don't have to.
But anyways, there's bikers there was also asking to take photos, and I told him, no, I can't do this because, I respect Bret. And then this big guy says, hey, at the end of the show, you need to come with me. And I'm like, I told Bret people I wouldn't do that. Yeah. And so he goes, no, Bret wants to see you. So
nice.
Bret actually wanted to meet me.
Cool.
And when he met me, he's like, wow, you're a good-looking fella. I said, right back at you. And then we talked about his health, and I always said, Bret, remember family always first. And he goes, you're right, Michael. And he said, my father was a hero, and I see where you get it from, Michael. And I said, I appreciate it, thanks. And I said, plus, we're both Pittsburgh boys. Yeah. So he ended up signing the cowboy hat, and he signed a guitar for me, which I did honor my father, Butch Pappy Spooner, and also my aunt, Eleanor Bacora. She sings at Lou's Blues on Wednesday nights.
Nice.
She's the first singer always with Joe Colludi. Great guy. Actually, that's who the video you see me in with the band. Right. At Lou's Blues. Anyway, so he wrote down because Bret already knew about Lou's Blues, and he put, Lou's Blues, you rock my world, Bret Michaels.
That's pretty cool.
And so I end up giving it to Lou.
Right.
Now this is kind of funny. I was in a lip sync contest. And so I told Bret, I said, I'm in a lip sync contest. And he goes, well, what song are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to do Talk Dirty to Me. He goes, oh, cool. And I go, but I'm actually going to dance kind of dirty to it. And he goes, well, let me know how it turns out, Michael. Well, I didn't win because one thing, I gave the guitar in the middle of the competition, but it had nothing really to do with it. Bavard Live magazine actually had a nice article about the guitar and stuff. So yeah, and then also that's where also on Tuesday nights I go there for jam night, which is my friend Todd Sharon, who's with Caddyshack. That's why I mostly sing with is Caddyshack.
Gotcha.
And if you go to Lou's, you can see that guitar. It's hanging up at the club. And
yeah.
find Lou and tell him
who is that? Who's that?
My friend Yvonne.
Yvonne, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
But yeah, so I mostly sing with Caddyshack, and I sung with other bands. I actually sang with a tribute band of Motley Crue, which is Carnival Crew, and a band that's been around forever is No Rex, which is from Daytona.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I sang with them.
We gotta get some of these people on Summer of Sound.
Oh yeah, No Rex, you should get them in there. Kenny and them,
they're
also cool people. And actually, I'm going to be going to Captain Hiram's Friday night, which Caddyshack's playing there, and then 4th of July they're going over. They're in celebration. That's very pretty cool. Yeah, they're good friends of mine, and I always get to dance with a beautiful woman.
There you go.
She mostly does the singing, I do the dancing.
That's all that matters. So tell us, apparently your dad, Pappy Spooner, big influence in your lesson. Tell us a little bit about who he was and how he affected your life.
Well, my father, it's a little touchy. He did a lot of charitable work in Pennsylvania. And so we lost my dad on December 21st, 2013. Also, my mom passed away March 7th, 2014, so not even 3 months, which they both were very charitable people. My mom would help out with at the Owls Club in Rochester on her time off. She would, and they were friends still, and my dad remarried a beautiful woman, Susan Spooner, which he has a child with her, Lori Ann. Anyways, my mom would always help out with the charities by, she would, on her days off, go over to the club and cook for them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Great people, man.
And my father...
It rubbed off, you know?
Well, my dad was a very charitable man, and he taught me well. Way before I started playing Bret Michaels, I was helping out with charity work.
He actually started...
Yeah, he started a charity thing in 1977, which called the McGuire Run, actually in New Brighton, Pennsylvania. That it's for a handicapped school in Pittsburgh, and we thought he raised over $100,000. We actually found out from the time that he passed away, he raised over $250,000.
Wow,
that's amazing.
And which I'm trying to go to Pittsburgh in August 2nd And the event is August the 6th, which I'm giving some of my personal stuff away.
Very cool.
And Mike Elko's giving.
You give a lot of personal stuff away.
Yeah.
Almost a shirt off his back, literally.
I know.
I actually did give him a shirt off my back.
Listen, I have OCD. What can I get?
Maybe I'll give you a ring. Anyways,
On
actually,
the phone, Chuck.
way before I started playing Bret Michaels in West Aliquippa, actually, a friend of mine died. He died on a construction site, which is, my mom gave me a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey with all the original logos, and it had Super Bowl 6 on it. I didn't really pay attention. I was like, Mom, who's number 6? She goes, that's how many Super Bowls you won, you dumb idiot. But anyways, I end up giving it to the Pauley Courtside event that they have every year, which they'll have in August, I think, 21st.
That's great.
And I gave it to them. I brought it up from Pennsylvania. Actually, Ed Hargrove signed it, who won the Super Bowl ring with Pittsburgh. And I took it up there for them to raise money, and we did really good with it. And we were trying to give it to my buddy Scooch because he's from Pittsburgh, but he's a Miami Dolphin fan.
Oh, wait a minute.
So we tried to say, hey, Scooch, you want the shirt? No, I did, man. It's something to wash with. I said, no.
Nice.
But anyways, that's something I really wish I wouldn't have gave away, because I've given a lot of stuff away. When it's yours, it's fine. And, giving things away like my cowboy hat that Bret signed.
Yeah.
I told Bret that the one that he signed in Leesburg, I said, we're going to give this to something very special. I actually gave it to a little boy here in Brevard County who had to have heart surgery.
That's awesome. That is so
and it's
cool.
been to Vegas with me.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas, with that cowboy hat. And I give a lot of stuff away, and the reason I do that because my dad always said, Mikey, don't worship material things because they can be replaced. Mm-hmm. You have to worship the living. When they're gone, they're gone. And unfortunately, both my parents are gone. Anyways, that charitable thing that my dad in 1977 with McGuire run, actually you can go on YouTube of his funeral, which is on December 21st or December 27th, 2013. There's over 200 motorcycles in the middle of winter right at this funeral, which is
touching, man.
if you YouTube Remembering Butch Pappy Spooner the Right Way. And Richie did a great job videoing that.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Where can people find you on Facebook?
You can find me under Rockin' with Michael, which is my fan page. My real page is Michael Spooner. I never really wanted a Bret Michael page. I don't want to be an artist that is an artist. You know what I mean? I love helping out with it, and if the Bret Michael thing helps out with the charities, that's fine. I don't. Like I said, I won't take pictures with anybody that when Bret's around, just like I would never tell anybody that I'm Bret Michaels. You don't do that.
Do you want to jump ahead, because I know that there were 2 important kiddos
that
you wanted to mention, and we certainly don't want to forget
absolutely.
about them.
Yeah.
You have somebody that you're wearing
Yes.
a button on your shirt,
Right.
an adorable little young man.
Okay, we'll get to this guy in a minute, but I did an event in Daytona and with Michael Allman. And I met a lovely little boy there, which is the Jesse Daniel band. And the kid opened up for Michael. Well, actually, Michael Allman opened up for him.
Wow.
That's what he even says in the video. But which is Greg Allman's son. Daniel actually can play drums. He's 6 years old. He can play drums, play harmonica, and sing. And they need some help, but I hope they can get what they got to get with their.
They have a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, they have a GoFundMe. Yeah, it's the Jesse Daniel Band GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then this Sunday, I actually met another one of the little boy. Oh, by the way, I was up at the Daytona thing on Father's Day to give a little girl, Zoe, a cowboy hat, which Mama C invited me, and I appreciate that, for her new foundation that she started. And I end up actually giving Jesse a cowboy hat because he touched my heart. He was a good boy. And then also at the end, a girl actually lost her father that was supposed to be at the event in a motorcycle accident. And they said they needed my help. And I'm like, I hugged her and I said, there's really nothing I can do, but I'm really sorry for your loss. And honor my father and your father, I will give you this skull bracelet off my wrist to help you get through your time. So anyways, get back to this Sunday, which my friend Todd Sharon, from Caddyshack and Caddy Pleasant and Nornflower and Tom Cadden. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Anyways, they invited me over to Apaka, which I said I would come over because there was a little boy that has some rare brain tumor. And his name is Andrew, which is my middle name. My middle name is Michael Andrew Spooner. And so I said, I will give this little boy a cowboy hat. I didn't expect to go on stage and sing. Anyway, so I get there and I meet the little boy. And what a wonderful, fun kid that he was, being sick. Smiling, running around. Anyways,
how old is he?
He's
6 years old.
He's 6 years old.
Wow.
Which is Andrew's Army is his GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I meet his mom and his dad and then he introduced me to Andrew, and he just put a smile on my face as soon as I seen him. And so they told him who I was and that was an impersonator of a rock star, but most of the time kids just think I'm a rock star.
Just go with it.
And so, I mean, like I was in I'm ADD, sorry about that, but anyways,
No worries.
I did 2
All
events. One was for a little boy who has cancer. My friend Heath Champion actually said, "Hey Mike, they're looking for a celebrity, and they asked if you could help out with it. They wanted to do a Dunkin' booth." So I said, "Yeah, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right." And they go, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I'm going to go with cowboy boots, hat, and all."
Oh man, did they dunk it?
Yeah, they dunk it. The kids love it. They go, "I want to dunk a rock star." I'm like, "When's he getting here?"
What happened to the boots? The boots are
Chuck,
by?
I just found something else.
So anyways, well, I end up having to put holes in the boots because I almost ground really, and they kept hitting me with they kept hitting the board and they kept hitting me in the head. But anyways, no, it didn't hit me in the head. Just kidding. But anyways, so actually, the hat that I had on is the hat I had on when I met Bret Michaels.
Oh wow!
It wasn't signed, but I was there at the moment, and I ended up giving that little boy that cowboy hat.
That's great.
And then the second one was at Space Coast Harley Davidson. It was called Autism Soak.
Yeah.
And they asked me to do it, which I can't think of the Palm Bay mayor. He actually was there also. And he wore my hat. He wore my hat in the Dunkin' booth.
Oh, wow.
But anyways, I did it there also. And I actually, like I said, I put holes in it. And so I love doing stuff for kids. It's
awesome.
It's what puts a smile. Anyway, so Andrew, get back to Andrew. I give him the cowboy hat, and he liked it. And he's looking at my rings, and he goes, "Wow, those are some cool rings." And I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I like that one with the skull with the red eye." And I said, "Well, here, you can have it." I said, "Well, the hat is actually honoring my dad and me, and so this is actually from me to help you on your journey." And then he ends up going on stage with me with Caddyshack, which was so cute. It's actually, there's a video on my page with it, and everything I'd done, he done. He was so cute. And then
Mini Bret.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what was so cute later on is he actually comes up and he's like, has a pen and a piece of paper, and he's like, "Can I get your autograph?"
Oh, nice.
And I was like, "Sure, buddy." And I wrote, something about Andrew, love Mikey Spooner. And then and then his sister comes up later on, and she's like, I didn't know it was his sister at the moment, being in that moment. And she goes, "You gave Andrew a ring and a cowboy hat?" I go, "Yeah, but it was Andrew." She's like, "But I'm his sister." And I go, "Well, here's a ring for you." That way you could be, it's just rings. It's material things. You
Be
don't
the
worship
car
it.
keys next time.
Right.
I've given a lot of stuff away. Only thing, like I said, I gave away that Pittsburgh jersey, and I shouldn't have done that, which my mother gave me.
Yeah.
But
See if we can get it back
Yeah.
for her.
no, actually,
We
you know
got
what?
people.
Actually, the girl that won it actually looks like a dress on her because it was big on me. It was like a dress. So no, it's fine. It's just a
Probably
material
tired.
thing.
Yeah.
Just like everybody asked me, somebody's like, "Well, why don't you go to Vegas and make money doing this? Why don't you go somewhere else and try to make money doing this?" Well, my father said, he goes, "Mikey, if you do this for money, you're doing it for yourself. But if you do it for love and you get love back, this is more payment in the world you can ever receive," which is true. But I never really got to finish that question with him because it's kind of hard when you're struggling yourself.
Yeah.
and you do these things, and so it's kind of hard. But you know what? I didn't actually. When you said when was the first time I played Bret Michaels?
Yeah.
Actually, it was 80s in the Park. It was 2013. It's what's the funny thing about it is Brevard Live magazine actually is my buddy from my buddy Dave from my my coworker. Actually, he's a foreman. He brought the magazine. He goes, "Hey Mike, check out this magazine." He goes, "Look at it. They're going to have rock stars. They're going to have lookalikes." He goes, "You should call them up and see if they will let you play Bret Michaels."
Absolutely.
And so I called him up, and Richard Henry answered. And I was like, "Hey, they say I kind of look like Bret Michaels. I really don't see it. I'm really a biker without a bike." And so he's like, "All right." So he went on my Facebook page and he looked it up. And so he goes, "Yeah, we can't really let you volunteer." I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate it." He goes, No, really, you do look like Bret Michaels, and we're going to have to pay you." So I end up helping them out with it before they did the 80s in the Park. I helped set up and that. And then what was a really cool thing is, I don't know if you remember a band, Thor. He's a big blonde-haired guy. He actually had a couple movies in that. He used to bend metal and all that stuff. Yeah. He's from the 70s and 80s. And I had to pick him up, and he goes, "Check it out. Bret Michaels is picking us up."
I like that.
And so I showed Thor. I said, "Hey, you got the hammer." I said, "But you got the sword," which was a Halloween costume thing that I had a sword. He goes, "Hey, Mike, can you bring that tomorrow at 80s in the Park?" And I said, "Sure," because he couldn't bring it through custom from Vancouver. I think that's where he's from. And actually, I brought it, and the people said, "Hey, Thor, why don't you jump on stage singing with him?" I'm going, "I'm not a singer, but I'll tell you what, I told everybody. They actually thought Bret Michaels was there." And that was the first time I met Bobby Dahl, and that was really cool, meeting Bobby Dahl.
Hey, before we run out of time.
Yeah, it's going to break in too.
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah.
Oh, well, first let's give a shout out to Jesse.
Yes.
Number one. Hey,
Yes.
Jesse.
And we're going to give a shout out to Zoe.
Yes.
Okay. And Andrew. So if y'all are out there listening, hey, from Radio Takeover, you
Hey.
guys are awesome.
Yeah. Can I finish one thing left?
No, please do.
Actually, you asked me the first time I sang. Actually, I'm not really a singer. I've only been singing for about 2 years. And the reason why I started singing was Charles and Lisa Knight, which is Rockstar Entertainment. They have a karaoke business, and they're true rockers.
Yeah.
They actually can sing. Anyways, they're the ones who actually, after being a lookalike for a long time, said, "Hey, Mike, why don't you try to start singing?" And I did, and I appreciate them a lot for doing that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So there's a story in the newspaper and on TV several years ago. You ran into where there was a daycare that was burning down.
Yes.
Actually, the daycare didn't catch on fire. It was actually Bear Hug Daycare Center. When I had my landscaping business, I was taking care of that property. This actually now the land that caught on fire is Beachside Funeral. Okay. I was actually trimming everything up because it was a hot day, and I'm afraid that somebody might throw a match or something like that down and maybe catch the grass on fire or the bushes and everything. So I ended up seeing smoke behind the building, which is funny because I ran behind there and I kind of looked like the Three Stooges grabbing a hose and trying to throw it on it, and it's not getting anything. But anyway, so I told them, I went into the building and said, "Hey, you need to call 911 because the wind is kicking up and this is taking off and the field caught on fire so fast." And so the first one that gets there is a fire truck, and none of his help is there. So, they're on their way, the volunteers, whatever. So I told the guy, I said, "Hey, I used to be a volunteer fireman in West Aliquippa, and I know how to set up your hoses and that. If you want, I can go ahead and do that." And I said, "By the way, maybe we need to evacuate Bear Hug Daycare Center because it was shifting." And my famous word was, I said, "You see these pine needles catch on fire? They're like matches." I said, "and they fly through the air." And I said, my famous word was, "That was amazing."
Wow.
He just keeps giving.
He just keeps on giving.
Saving people.
I know.
Well, I didn't save them.
Oh, you probably did. And if you hadn't made that call, who knows what would have happened over there.
But the funny thing about it, my one buddy goes, "Hey, Mike, I see you're on Channel 9 News, which is okay. They only played a little bit, but you're on Channel 13 of the hour and every hour. Can you get off the station?"
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Very, very cool of you to come. Thank you for all you do, too. For the kids.
I appreciate it.
For the community. It's really, it's amazing.
And we actually had somebody, we have Miss Joanna that would like to invite you to our masquerade, I said masquerade martinis and masterpieces.
That's right.
Gala coming up, and we're going to get that information to you.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool.
Well, I was just at a masquerade thing over in Orlando. It was
oh, this is way better.
It's a black and white one.
Yeah, you know.
You haven't seen anything until you see this.
This is thebomb.com.
She's the bomb.
Okay, but at the next day when I do the photo shoot with the pools, are there going to be girls?
Oh, yeah.
That's not that kind. There'll be girls there.
Ain't nothing but a good time.
All right.
Thanks again to Michael Spooner for coming in for Radio Takeover. My name is Chuck Fresh.
I'm Chuck Fresh.
You're eye candy. Eye candy, Karen.
Again,
Thanks
they
again
keep
for
mentioning
coming
this
in.
candy. I don't say anything. I want some Reese's Cups.
All our
red
shows are
M&Ms.
available. We'll put the links to Michael Spooner and all the stuff he's doing on our website, radiotakeover.rocks.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next Wednesday right here on Radio Takeover. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
This has been Radio Takeover, Brevard's hit talk radio show with Karen Wooden and Chuck Fresh, heard every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on 1510 WMEL, and streaming all over the world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Join us next Wednesday at 1 for Radio Takeover. For sponsorship rates and availability, please log on to brevardradio.com.